Hey Seeker, I'm so excited to announce this. If you don't care or don't want to know, feel free to skip this and just go straight to your reading. All good. Love you anyway. I just completed Tarot Masterclass after 14 months of this amazing, intense shamanic journey of me going through the condensed energies of each of the cards and creating a somewhat of an Akashic Records, a library of the tarot. Each tarot card receives its own video that is very comprehensive, that includes all the standard interpretations that we know from different points of view throughout history, but of course, to add to those, my summing of them and my extra oomph and, me doing what I do. So I teach the path of tarot in Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. Bunkai means hidden applications, the secrets of the knowledge, the things that are normally hidden from us throughout time, because knowledge is power, and power brings with great responsibility. So it's all on Vimeo. It's an extensive library. You can either purchase the classes separately if you're not interested in becoming a Tarocchi or learn the path of tarot or go through the shamanic journey with me, or live the life path of the Torah of the tarot. All good. You can just be curious about several cards, and you can pick and choose the ones that you want to know about. So you can either pick and choose a few, or you can take all of them. For those of you who really want to go through the journey, choose the pill of knowledge and have all the classes, I made a buy all option that makes it more affordable. So don't skip that in case you're planning on having them all, because it will be easier in your pocket. With that said, it's probably one, as far as I'm aware of, one of the most comprehensive, intense online classes, webinars, however you want to call it, when it comes to tarot. And it is forever. You will be able to download it to your PC or to a hard drive and come back to it 20 years from now. But it will feel as if we are one-on-one in my living room and me teaching you about each of the cards and how to connect the dots. If you don't want to download it, it's also fine. You can just stream it through Vimeo and have it, saved online. All good. So yeah, Seeker, I made this for us. I put my blood, sweat, and tears and joy and heart and light and shadow work and light work into it. 14 years of immense studies and of work with the tarot are put into it. I shot this class throughout 6 different homes. I did a cross-country trip. So you have videos that are shot in so many different places and circumstances, and in my own, varied human condition. It is fantastic, and I'm so excited that I've reached this peak. I just finished shooting the epilogue. Yeah. So, okay. Now to your reading. Link to all that is below in the description box. I love you. Hey Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. This will be your Aries tarot scope for Aries placements for this coming month, or intuitively guided. Welcome back. Hi to all my new subscribers, new seekers. I'm so excited to have you join our tribe. Yeah, let's do this. Aries. These are the vice versa tarot. They have 2 sides. Ooh, the Hierophant and the High Priestess, of course. Okay, what can we tell Aries for this coming month? Eclipse season. Yum. Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Someone might be doing a whole lot of talking. This is something that you may have experienced in the past month, aka Gemini season. And they're full of it. And I don't know if you're bothered with this or not bothered with this, but it feels like a mosquito in your ear or in the back of your mind. Currently, I don't see a reason to worry if you relate to this. If you don't relate to this, this might be you tempted to talk about people behind their back. I do not recommend that. If that's the case, try to avoid it. Let's see what this is about, though. 9 of Swords. Okay. Oh, I see what this is. A lot of negative self-talk. A whole lot of negative self-talk and guilt and judgment. Why, Aries? Whose words are haunting you? Whose thoughts are haunting you? Is it yours? 9 of Wands in the reverse. Giving up on something? Giving up on the battle? Being very upset over an ending of some sort, or over something that you fought hard for, or maybe not fought for. Maybe it was just around for a long time and then show me more, please, for Aries. And okay, Death in the reverse. Now here's the thing, this deck by default has reversals. Like, we don't have to actually, this is Death in the reverse. Death in the upper, Death in the, and then the reverse of the and also same with 9 of Wands. See, this 9 of Wands, this is 9 of Wands in the reverse, and it came out like this. Anxiety over an ending, or an anxiety over a literal death. If you feel like maybe there's a sense of grief, or feeling like some sort of lost battle. 5 of Swords. Oh my God, what is going on, Aries? This is a very difficult reading. I'm so sorry. Some of you are going through a real struggle where you're not sure who you can trust, or even if you can trust yourself. And there's a sense of impending ending of some sort that is really something that kind of gives the sense of a lose-lose situation. And if this is not yours, don't worry. I'm not like, it's not a premonition for anything of that sort. This is an existing energy or recent past energy, meaning you definitely know that it's yours, right? So if not, feel free to wait out to see what will come up, or check your other placements, generally. But I need to go into this. There's a reason why this is coming up. Okay. Okay, there's also replaying something over and over again in your mind of some sort of ending, loss, battle, grief, where you're thinking, what could I have done differently? Something like that, or okay. Show me further, please, for my Aries seekers. Okay, on the 9 of Swords drops the King of Cups in the reverse. This is in the emotional realm. And I have this, the deck was sitting like this, and the Emperor was speaking, so I feel like he wants to be here, so I'm going to take him. Like, he was calling me. And also, like, this is a very Aries, you guys are the warrior. You're the archetype of the warrior. And the Emperor is, if we go on that theme, then Emperor is the warlord or the leader or the but it's like, okay, I'm definitely getting grief here, sadness over a loss. This very much so could be someone who literally been through a war, like maybe you're a veteran. This could be that. If not, then it's just, we all go through wars in our life. But it comes with emotional distraught and imbalance, and it needs to be addressed emotionally and psychologically with expression from the heart. And the thing about the Emperor, he's a ruler, he's a leader, he's very much so in control of himself and of his environment in a good way, right? He's a benefic leader at times, but with this, I'm taking from the interpretation of the Emperor the aspect of him that doesn't express his heart as emotion because he wants to be, he doesn't want to express weakness. It's like all of this is being covered with, either work or presenting yourself to be still in control. And there's a lot going on underneath the surface. There's a lot of Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck was also shouting at me. Like there's getting a lot of remorse and regret. But here's the thing, there's light. You see here? This is the actual positive sides of the Five of Pentacles. It's like the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There is light. There is a place to knock. There is a door you can knock on, and there will be light and abundance and positivity and warmth. And there is also like a guiding light right next to you. But it's like someone's like, literally like this picture. There could be some sort of concern to a mother or father figure. Okay, we get it. Things are challenging, but what do we do? Cards of Spirit. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Drop any sort of moral obligation, responsibility, or / escaping to work to avoid how you feel immediately and just be with it. You have to, process. You need to process emotionally. That includes speaking to people who are relevant, having conversations, not letting anything fester a second longer. It's not a burden you need to be carrying, though you feel like you need to be carrying this burden. I don't know if I'm getting a lot of guilt here. Okay. Page of Cups and Judgment. I love the turtle here. Okay. There's a new emotional recognition, understanding that is very foreign land kind of thing for you, Aries. It's very like out of your territory, out of your comfort zone, but it is waking up in yourself, like you're discovering it in yourself. This could have been things you used to see on the outside and be resistant to or judgmental towards, maybe in other people and other situations. And now there's this interesting self-realization that it's the thing that is existing in you, right? And it's the classic reflection projection kind of thing. That which triggers us is a thing within us that we either want to heal or just face. So this is coming up. It's like you're realizing realization with guilt, self-realization accompanied by guilt, and it's not easy. But judgment is here to say it needs to happen. And it is happening, and it's going to continue happening. Don't fight it. This is your higher self shaking you. You know, like when you shake a piggy bank and all the coins come out from the other side. It's like a vault. You shake it. And so you've been like a vault for a long time. So, but whatever this needs to come out. So spirit is, and you know, if you don't hear it in the whisper, you hear it in the shout. So spirit is starting to shout. And I think from those dark moments, there's also memories of either situations from childhood and past lifetimes. And what is coming is a deep desire to take responsibility, and I'm getting coming out of the closet. Now, hold on. Of course, this could be that. Of course, this could be a sexual thing of the literal coming out of the closet. But it's one aspect of it. What I'm seeing is coming out of the closet of who you really are. What you genuinely believe in. What is the blueprint of your soul and of your character? It's like I'm getting someone that their true essence has been covered with so many layers. They literally believed their own facade. They believed their own mask. And it's been glued so deeply to the skin. So the peeling of it is painful. You know, it's like peeling off glue, but you're going to feel such a sense of relief and elevation, sorry. No one is having it easy in these times, Aries. No one. We're all like being stirred and shaken by our higher selves and by a spirit. We are now moving from a 3D consciousness to a 5D consciousness. You know, our frequency is raising. We're growing out of our shell. As humans, as beings. And the mechanism can no longer hold it. So it starts to crack and break down. And it's scary and potentially hurtful, painful, and it's just what it is. This is the caterpillar, you know, breaking out of its cocoon and turning butterfly. People I know imagine that a caterpillar inside of the cocoon just grows wings. No, it literally melts down, dissolves to its molecular structure. It's a goo of molecules and atoms in there, and it restructures itself. Can you imagine if that were to happen to you? Like, it's painful. Like your entire skin is melting into itself and then growing like a new shape. It's not fun, but it's nature. It's the nature of our soul consciousness, of its evolution. We are stepping into a new world. I see the next few years bringing a whole lot of shit when it comes to world affairs, leaderships. This world is changing, and governments are going to fall down, and all structures are going to collapse and reshape themselves. It's going to be a hoot. But it always starts in the metonymy, in the micro, and then affects the macro. So we start to shift within ourselves, and that will start inevitably, like a domino effect, because governments are made of people, organizations are made of people, and it's our own the structure of our own consciousness that establishes the construct of bigger establishments. We are changing, thus the world is changing. And that is great in the eyes of history. We will look back 100 years from now and be like, oh, wow, revolutionary. Great, we're in such a better place now. But it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. And don't start freaking out on me. Also, that's just how I see it. Who says I'm right? But the sooner you will, don't fight it within yourself. The sooner you will be reborn into this new shape of yours, this new construct, mechanism, the better you will be able to handle your personal life's affairs, your social affairs, your community, your city, your country, your continent, your world, as things will unfold, and perhaps even be a part of the change. So, sorry. Yeah, so be kind to yourself and be open-minded into becoming something new. This might take longer than July. I don't know. That depends on where you're at in this journey. It's definitely something that you've been feeling stronger since March, April kind of thing. Sometimes we have readings like that. It's just what it is, right? So I have 3 of Swords and 6 of Cups. See how he's looking at his armor? His broken armor? And gazing out to the horizon with nostalgia. Stop moping on your heartache, Aries. It's actually a really, really good thing. This armor of 3 of Swords thing is, you got released, you're getting released of it. Some of you, and I'm sorry if I trigger and I'm sorry if it triggers you or whatever, I have to say it, it's for your highest good. Some of you have been carrying the armor of the wounded warrior, of the victim, of the woe me on you, but not in the way that you would imagine. It's not the stereotypical, oh, my life is so bad, feel sorry for me. No, even the one who carries themselves always strong and always wonderful and everything is always great and nothing gets to me, no matter how many times people try to hurt me, no matter what comes at me, I still got this. It's also a martyr kind of armor. It's that armor. I'm always strong in the face of any adversity. Drop the adversity and the strength. How do you feel? Okay, so if this is not who I am, then who am I? Because you are Aries. You are that wounded warrior. Like, it's embedded in you, in your DNA. Well, that's the thing your DNA is trying to break out of right now and get reestablished as something else. So I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm definitely not shading or blaming. You came to this lifetime with this. But it's part of your soul journey, soul contract, to come with it and then break out of it. And as the armor breaks down, you're looking back. Chocolate. Sorry. I need it. It's like I'm getting some of you looking back and thinking, what could I have done differently? If I wasn't wearing this, if I wasn't like this, if I wasn't like that. Okay. What is done is done. What can you do now? Not to say that this means, oh, don't go back. Go back to your inner child, and to how you felt in the past, and process those. Not from a place of guilt of what I could have done differently, but from a place of compassion and understanding. And okay, this served me then. Now what will serve me? Let's process and heal and let go of that with love. Now what? Now what can we do? Anything else before we go to the extended for Aries for July? Okay. All right. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are going to ignore everything I say, and you're going to press, once this is over, you're going to go back to work to avoid everything I just told you. Oh yeah, you're right, Morgainne, I get it. Of course, yeah, I'm going to do something about it, and then you're going to do your job, but the other job. And you'll give yourself a mental note, oh, I'll do it tonight. Oh, I'll think about it tomorrow. Scarlet. I'll think about it tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. No shade. I'm a walking Scarlet. Anyway. Please don't. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. But that will just be, again, that mechanism. And some of you will just take that work drive, that active drive that you have, and you'll put in the work on that inner child. Some of you literally have a child, and you are now teaching them the ins and outs of the world. And as you speak things out loud, it makes you listen to yourself and realize your own childhood and your own mechanism. And with starting to say different things to your child, you're listening yourself, and that is helping you as well. That's like a side note for some of you. Or maybe if you have like a younger individual that looks up to you, is inspired by you, you can help yourself by helping, you can teach yourself by teaching others. How many times I say something on a video and then I'm like, oh, that's smart. I should do that. I'm going to use the Gypsy Oracle. I'm going to use them in the extended as well. In the extended, I'm going to continue. I'm going to see further into this, continue this reading, and then do a Celtic Cross, and then finish up with Gypsy Oracles and runes. I don't know if I'll use the Citrine runes or my wood runes. We'll see, but either way. And I will, everything is linked below, by the way. Linked to, let's see this. So, link to the extended for this for monthlies below. Link to booking a private reading with me, because that's, let's just face it, it's the best way to actually look into your specific narrative. So, link to booking a reading with me is below. You'll also find a link to 2019 Ministers of Magic, the yearly extended. And, of course, to Tarot Masterclass. If you're a tarot lover or just a life lover and you want to learn from me further into the craft of tarot and of the esoteric, check it out. There are 90 classes. You can either choose to get them all or just pick and choose the ones that you're interested in. It's all on Vimeo, so you can see further in the description box all the links. Okay, sorry, I needed to do this. And now let's go back to the reading, please, and ask for clarification for this reading for Aries for July. Okay, 1 second, I want to have one more. Doctor, foe, and wife in the reverse. I'm gonna do. See, that's why I normally don't use them in general readings. because then they do this shit. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna handle this. Doctor, foe, wife in reverse. Some of you might literally be having health issues that you're concerned about. Again, not a premonition. You will know what it is that I'm talking about. And either it's you or a loved one. And if it's you or a loved one, then that is the thing that brings up all this mental and emotional anguish and a lot of self-reflection. And oh wow, I'm also getting, this is weird, I'm also getting from this foe and wife in the reverse thing, someone that has been messing with someone's mind when it comes to their love for someone, or when it comes to their partner or something like that, kind of coming between them and preventing maybe that's the gossip or the a lot of negative talk. Someone has been talking about someone behind their back, making them look bad, and maybe there's a realization of the lies and of the deceit and of the mistakes that were made because of that, and then all the guilt. Oh wow, this is heavy shit. Who would do that? That's so gross. Maybe someone that is in love with you, that wants you to see the other person in a negative light. So they stirred up a whole lot of drama. Wow. This is some major crap. Wow, I'm so sorry. But you know, better late than never. I had, okay, listen, these things are real. I had, years ago, I was dating this guy, and then we broke it off in totally like cool, you know, on good terms, friendly terms. And we would stay in touch, like we would talk here and there as friends. And then one day, he just cut off complete communication with me, blocked me on social media, didn't answer any texts, nothing, like completely and like nothing happened. Everything was chill friendship-wise, like really random. And I was like, what happened? Like, I was like, did I do something to hurt him? Like, a year later, and then, okay, I dropped it. What can I do? I'm very respectful. If someone doesn't want to talk to me, then I'm like, no matter what, I won't reach out. And then, like a year or 2 years later, a really long time after, he reached out to me, being like, "Hey, you're not gonna believe it." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Where did you come from? I thought I was like public enemy number one or something." And he's like, "No, listen. Someone I used to see before you found out about you and told me some really nasty, horrible things about you, like really, really bad. And I'm so sorry I believed everything she said, which is why I completely blocked you off and detached me." I'm like, what? What did she say? And she said some really horrible, nasty things. She literally made me into this, God, this is so disgusting. She made me into this, like, disease-carrying slut that cheated on him and did some horrible things, and she knew because of whatever, allegedly knew, right? It was all a complete false. He found out that she was whack and she was stalking him and she was still in love with him. So she just found out a woman that he was involved with, and basically did everything and anything to separate. And I only discovered it like a super long time after that. I was like, what? I'm not gonna go into the whole story. It was at least like 7 years ago. It was a really long time ago, but that's just to show, it's just what it brings up. It's like, it's just to show what kind of nasty ass people, twisted people are out there, and what people, what kind of lengths people will go to over jealousy or just craziness. You know, so I'm thinking, I'm getting this, like a similar narrative of someone finding out that they were misguided and now carrying this guilt, and they don't know if it can be resolved. Now, thing is, judgment, and right after that, the Six of Cups, there is, the past is coming back. So there is a chance to reconcile, apologize, explain, fix, whatever. And if not for just your your emotional well-being to do so, I recommend. Like, it may lead to a result that you wish, and it may not. I don't know, but either way, let go of that burden, of whatever guilt you're carrying. Speak to whomever you need to speak to, and be your own doctor. Fix this. It doesn't. They're very literal, but this doesn't necessarily mean a doctor. Although of course it could mean that. But there's a need to fix something that was badly damaged by someone with ill intent. Once again, guys, if this is not your narrative, it's not a premonition necessarily. Like, watch other placements. This is for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to continue this in the extended right now. I love you guys very, very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please join my tribe. And if I'm not going to see you right now in any of my services that are linked below, then I will see you next month. Cheers. Bye.